What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Horizon Forbidden West DLC, which, to be honest with you, very much seems like it's happening. There is an argument, I suppose, you could make that this tweet that we'll talk about could be referencing something else, maybe the VR game, maybe another spin-off of some sort, not made by Guerrilla. I mean, yes, there's ways, but with the hashtag and just it makes so much sense to do DLC, I'm gonna just assume that, we're on the right path. So Lance Reddick, right, who's the guy who plays Silas in the game, he tweeted, and hopefully I said his last name right, by the way. If not, no big deal. Hard at work in a session for Horizon Forbidden West, and that's the hashtag, and that shows him with, the dots on his face, as in he's there and he's doing the motion capture for his character. So, again, like, with the fact that he uses the hashtag Horizon Forbidden West. Now, that is a popular hashtag, and when you put it on, a tweet, like, it's a drop-down kind of choice, like, other people have used it, so it's popular. I mean, if it was a spin-off game, like, there's no hashtag for it, he basically would be starting his own hashtag. But at the same time, right, what I just said, we had this for the first game, for Zero Dawn, and I believe that one released 6 months after the game came out. There's no way at this point that they're going to have in fact, 6 months? It's already, I think, past 6 months was last month for Horizon. So it's probably going to lean towards like a year after, maybe do some sort of Game of the Year edition, February or, the spring of 2023. And it does make sense. I mean, Sony has actually started to have a habit of these things happening. Ghost of Tsushima is probably the best example, right, where you can basically make something out of it. You can have the Icky Islands DLC come out, and it's basically, I mean, it's big enough that you kind of promote it as its own game. It also gives you a reason to go back into the base game, right? I imagine that's the plan for Horizon. DLC, it's 10, 15, 17 hours long. It also gets people back into the base game, but, you have extra machines to fight. And remember, the DLC, the Frozen Wilds for Zero Dawn, that really pushed the story. That DLC is actually, whether you read about it or watch a video explaining it or play it yourself, that story that pushes you on in that DLC, that's pretty important lore, let's say, to Forbidden West. And so maybe it's some sort of pattern where we would get that here, and considering he's the one doing the motion capture. Now, I'm sure, like, Ashley Birch is there, and all of them are also, going to do the voices. Obviously, you have to play as Aloy, so it makes sense. But, considering Silas is there, I would imagine the story is going to be pushing it closer and closer to a third game. We know, generally where the third game would go, but I do think the DLC would get us there even more than just the ending, let's say, of Forbidden West. So, yeah, I mean, again, could you make the argument it's something else? Sure. In my opinion, it's DLC. He doesn't say that. He says he's in a session for it. But why would you be in a session for a game that's already out? There's actually zero reason for that to happen. The only then thing you can talk about is did he use, I guess, the hashtag Horizon Forbidden West just to gain traction? I guess that's one reason. There was no hashtag for what he's talking about, or, it's actually for Horizon Forbidden West. And maybe I already said this, maybe not. My memory's fading. He took this down. Actually, now I'm going to assume he was told to take it down, but he tweeted this and it's not up anymore. So, he got caught. Probably somebody from Guerrilla or Sony or whatever said, hey, yeah, we didn't announce DLC yet for it, something like that. You can't do that for someone like Norman Reedus when he just says, yeah, we're making Death Stranding 2. I'm going to work on Kojima, or we're going to work on the second game. Like, what else? What are you really supposed to do in that situation? But for this, for a tweet, pretty easy, right, to kind of retract it and take it down. But people screenshotted it, and that's where we're at. So let me know what you think. I think it's DLC. I think it'll probably be in the, spring of 2023. But let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next video.